Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's F1 News. What an absolute thriller we just witnessed in Montreal. According to motorsport.com, Kimi Antonelli has claimed his fourth consecutive Grand Prix victory at the Canadian Grand Prix, and this win was absolutely massive for his championship aspirations. The 19-year-old Mercedes driver showed incredible pace and composure throughout the race, especially given the dramatic circumstances that unfolded around him. With this dominant performance, Antonelli has extended his lead in the Drivers' Championship to 43 points over his teammate George Russell. That's a huge swing in his favor. It's been quite a season so far for the young Italian, and Montreal only adds to what's shaping up to be an absolutely remarkable campaign. This wasn't just a win. It was a statement about where his confidence level stands right now. Now here's where things took a devastating turn. As reported by motorsport.com and Autosport, George Russell was absolutely dominating the race, holding the lead and battling intensely with his teammate Antonelli. The two had some close moments, including contact at the final chicane, but Russell was in control. Then disaster struck. On lap 30, Russell's Mercedes suffered a catastrophic power unit failure at turn 9. The car filled with smoke, and Russell had to coast to a stop, ending his race right there. According to his post-race comments on Autosport, Russell said he was lost for words about the retirement. He'd been on his way to what would have been a massive confidence boost, his first win since Australia, but instead, he had to watch his teammate cruise home to victory. This is exactly the kind of heartbreak that can shake a driver's momentum, especially when you're already trailing in the championship. But it wasn't all drama and disappointment this weekend. In fact, there was a moment that absolutely melted hearts all across the F1 community. According to motorsport.com, after the race wrapped up, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen had a genuinely wholesome exchange in the cooldown room. The two legends crossed the line in second and third respectively, and as the adrenaline from those intense 68 laps faded, they spent time chatting together, and F1 fans absolutely loved it. In a sport where we're used to seeing fierce rivalries and heated moments, this genuine, positive interaction between two of the sport's biggest names reminded everyone why we love this community. These are two of the most competitive drivers on the grid, yet they showed real respect and friendship. It was the kind of moment that transcends the competition and shows the human side of Formula One. Okay, so we just covered the on-track action, but here's something that absolutely took over social media. According to motorsport.com, one of the Trackside Marshals became an instant internet sensation with what's being called the most stylish thing at the entire Canadian Grand Prix. While the drivers were out there battling it out through turns and straights, this Marshal delivered one absolutely spectacular moment that got caught on camera. Without spoiling the exact details, let's just say his athleticism and timing were absolutely immaculate. The moment went viral across all platforms, with fans hailing him as one of the real MVPs of the weekend. Sometimes it's the unexpected moments that capture everyone's hearts, and this Marshal absolutely delivered. Major respect to the safety and support crew out there making sure everything runs smoothly. You're the real heroes of the grid. Now that Antonelli's showing this level of dominance, people are starting to draw some pretty bold comparisons. According to motorsport.com, former Formula One driver and current analyst Ralf Schumacher has gone on record saying that Kimi Antonelli could become the successor to Max Verstappen one day. That's huge praise. Schumacher's comments come after watching Antonelli absolutely master this season so far. We're talking about a driver who's only in his second year in Formula One. His first was already impressive as the replacement for Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes, and now he's stringing together wins and showing the kind of consistency and speed that reminds people of Verstappen's early dominance. Whether he'll reach Max's level remains to be seen, but right now, the trajectory is undeniable. This young Italian's got talent, mental fortitude, and the best car on the grid behind him. That's a combination that breeds champions. Let's shift gears and talk strategy. According to motorsport.com, McLaren made a bold, some might say reckless, decision ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix. With unpredictable showers in the lead-up to the race, the Woking outfit decided to start on intermediate tires while most of the grid went with slicks. It was a gamble based on what they thought the weather might do. Well, as Lando Norris defended in his post-race comments, the reasoning made sense at the time. The weather forecast was genuinely uncertain, and intermediate tires could have been the right call. But ultimately, the gamble didn't pay off. The heavy rain everyone was anticipating never really materialized, and teams on slicks had better grip and pace through the early laps. It's a reminder that even the most calculated strategic decisions in Formula One can backfire when you're dealing with Mother Nature. That's racing. Sometimes you read the conditions right, and sometimes you don't. On a more positive note, according to Autosport and Motorsport.com, Lewis Hamilton's been experimenting with a completely new preparation method at Ferrari, and it's clearly working. Hamilton has made the unconventional decision to skip the simulator ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix weekend. Normally, drivers spend hours in the sim getting up to speed on a new circuit, but Hamilton decided to go completely sim-free this time around. And the results speak for themselves. He outqualified his teammate Charles Leclerc in both the sprint and the main qualifying sessions. Hamilton was faster in all 6 qualifying segments throughout the weekend, which is a remarkable achievement given how much Leclerc usually relies on simulator preparation. It's a reminder that sometimes stepping away from the traditional playbook and trusting your instincts can be incredibly effective. For a 7-time world champion like Hamilton, pure experience and racecraft can sometimes trump all the data in the world. Let's break down what happened to the championship picture after Montreal. As reported by Motorsport.com, Kimi Antonelli now sits comfortably at the top of the drivers' standings with 131 points. His nearest challenger? His own teammate George Russell, who's sitting on 88 points. That 43-point gap is absolutely massive at this stage of the season. What makes Antonelli's position even stronger is that he's now won 4 consecutive races, which shows incredible consistency. Russell's been struggling to find his rhythm lately, especially after his strong start in Australia. The gap widened significantly after Miami, where Russell admitted he struggled while Antonelli was clicking on all cylinders. And now Montreal has blown things even wider open. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes is still leading with their combined points. But if this trend continues, we could see the individual battle overshadow team glory. Antonelli's setting the pace, and everyone else is scrambling to catch up.